Alright, let's get this started. Hi, if you're new here, I'm new here too, because this is gonna be my first full talking video. I've only ever posted covers on this channel, so it's gonna be a little bit different. I decided that I'd like to, do more reviews over things in my life or products I've used, and I feel like this is a good start. 2 months into the year, I went ahead and wrote a list of things down of stuff that I'm going to show you, and we'll get into it. The first product we're going to talk about is this lotion right here. It's Cyklar. It's by another YouTuber, Claudia Saluski. She is super awesome, does vlog videos, and she came out with this product end of last year, and I've been using it since like November. It's super sturdy packaging and really nice to open. It's got that heavyweight lid, and it smells divine and rubs on so nicely. I just can't get enough of this stuff. I was gonna go ahead and read the description for it. Its scent is Crescent, which is inspired by the comfort and joy of a place rich with forest and nostalgic memories, a bright opening of bergamot and citrus with hints of floral, and are grounded by the warmth of velvet woods, moss, and cedar. Doesn't that just sound lovely? And I'm not going to try to pronounce some of these ingredients, but I'll go ahead and put them up here so you can see. It's got banana flower extract and a lot of other good things. And yeah, I would recommend 10 out of 10. The next product we're going to talk about is this Cucumber Gel Mask by Peter Roth, or Peter Thomas Roth. It's a cooling moisturizing gel with cucumber, papaya, chamomile, pineapple, sugar maple, sugar cane, orange, lemon, bilberry, and aloe. It's a mouthful for you, but at least the ingredients are right on the packaging. It's something that I haven't used a lot so far, but as I've noticed, it does help with my dry skin, and it does have a cooling effect when you put it on. It's not the best moisturizer I have, as we're going to talk about another one right after, but I have heard that it can be used as like a replacement for the gel that you need to use New Face or one of those firming tools, but yeah, I would recommend. Next one, like I said, is another moisturizer, is Nivea Creme. I got this in a big jar. They come in different sizes. You can get like an on-the-go container if you're not willing to spend a lot on this, but it is pretty cheap in my opinion for the amount that you get. I'll go ahead and list the price. It's a good replacement for a lot of the more expensive moisturizing creams. I actually read an article that said Nivea has most of the ingredients of a La Mer moisturizer, just without like the algae and all that, but does make everything smoother and it lasts quite a while. I will say it does give a sheen after you use it, if you use it on your face, so a little goes a long way. The next product we're going to talk about is something that I don't use daily like the other one, but is something that I do recommend simply for the results. In the short amount of time that I've used this, I have noticed a difference, and it is the Pearly Girl Tarte whitening or teeth whitening pen. And basically you just screw the bottom a few times and it releases this kind of like gel for your teeth. And you put it on. You're not supposed to eat anything before or after for like a good 10-15 minutes, and just let it sit and do its work, do its magic. I will say I have, noticed my teeth are whiter as a result, and do recommend. All right, another beauty tool that I recently picked up and should have used forever ago, I don't know why, are these Bluelight Glasses that help me with my work and keeping my eyes, set and protected. I got these from Walmart. List the price here. They are super effective and don't give me a headache at all in use. They come in a few different shades, but I just got the black ones here. And I recommend, if you look at a screen, for umpteen hours of the day, to get you some blue light glasses. You'll need them. The last beauty tool I'd like to talk about is more of a godsend. I would say it's definitely had major improvements from use. It is the Gua Sha, which I'm sure all of you know already. It helps with like firming and toning and getting rid of puffiness in the mornings. That's usually when I like to use them, just along the jawline and across the cheekbones. I will say it helps a lot with reducing puffiness, and I have noticed a difference in my face after each use. They say continue it every day. It should be a daily thing, so I agree with that there. This is the Sephora brand Rose Quartz Gua Sha. Clothing, I didn't do a whole lot of shopping the last 2 months, but I did find a new brand that I really, really love. They were having a sale on their website, and I will say otherwise I probably wouldn't have got more than like a couple items, but because they are pricey, but I do recommend this brand simply for the quality of their products. I got my mom a cashmere sweater, which will remain in her closet, but for myself, I got these boots, these nice kind of Western style booties, and I've already worn them quite a bit, as you can see. These are very comfy, and I was surprised I could wear them all day without getting any blisters, because usually new boots do that. Another item I picked up for myself was their coat. It was reversible, and so I just had to buy it. You can wear it 2 ways. There's a lighter side and a darker side. I wore these on a trip to New York, and it kept me warm and cozy the whole time. I enjoyed the big pockets and got a few compliments on wearing it. And if you would like to browse their site, they have a bunch of other patterns and materials for coats and cardigans. Update: since filming this video, they do not have the exact coat and boots that I wore, but they have many other options that are just as cute and stylish, and lots of robe. But just give it a look at their website and see what catches your eye. That was it for the beauty portion of this video. We're gonna go ahead and get into movies and entertainment. So this year I have watched a couple rom-coms, or a few I should say, getting in the spirit of, Valentine's and everything. I'm sure everyone's heard of it, but First movie I'd like to get into is Anyone But You. This movie stars Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell, whose chemistry is so palpable it feels like it jumps off the screen. Sydney plays her character Bea, and Glenn plays Ben in this movie, where they both have a first great meet cute. Everything seems to be going well. They get to explore it a little further in the beginning of the movie, but later on there's just a miscommunication, and they end up not speaking until they have this wedding to go to. I won't get into any specifics, but in order to be cordial and keep things between them less heated for their family's sake, they end up trying to like keep appearances as if they do like each other and have coupled up, and that's basically the premise of the movie. It's a nice watch, and it has a beautiful destination wedding in Australia. I'd say the movie for me was a bit awkward to watch because I did see it in theaters, and I had to take my little sister and her boyfriend to go see it. Luckily they were behind me and I sat by myself, but it did have one of those steamy scenes, literally, as I might add. But other than that, it was just overall a fun, feel-good comedy rom-com that I do recommend seeing. The second movie I'd like to talk about is Players. This movie came out on Netflix this year, and I was super excited to give a watch because Gina Rodriguez is the main lead. She is known for Jane the Virgin, but also her new series Not Dead Yet, which also came out with a new season, the second season, right after the Super Bowl. And I will say it was another fun watch. The cast is incredible. I'm sure you all might know some of these names. It features Tom Ellis and Damon Wayans Jr., Liza Koshy, Joel Courtney, Augustus Prue. I'm sure you have heard of Tom Ellis. He was the main character of Lucifer, the TV series. In this movie, he plays the romantic lead interest that the main character, Mac, is trying to date and get her to like, or him to like her. It's a roller coaster ride of emotions and lots of laughs of her trying to, get this guy to notice her, and it involves her and her friends making plays, as the title suggests, to catch this guy and get him to like her. Next up is The Bachelor, and we are at hometowns right now, or we're watching, but if you have not watched any of the episodes so far, you can still catch up and still get all the drama that there is in dating, or like 30 women dating one guy. The Bachelor this season is, I'm gonna butcher his last name, but it's Joey Graziadei. I hope I pronounced that right, but he is looking for love, trying to find his wife, and going about it in the most non-traditional way, as you know The Bachelor presents itself. But I'd say this season there is hope, and based off what they've shown so far in the previews, the ending is a little bit tragic. So I have my guess at who he's going to pick, but if you feel like too, go ahead and leave a comment below who you think he's gonna pick in the end. Next movie I'm gonna talk about, it recently was released middle of February. It's Jennifer Lopez's This Is Me Now. Jennifer Lopez has teamed up with Dave Meyers on her new film, This Is Me Now. It's a beautifully shot film that follows her as she discovers what self-love truly means. And it is a musical adaptation of her new album of the same name. The scenes are broken up into performances of like her 11 songs that include Hearts and Flowers, Broken Like Me, Hummingbird, This Is Me Now, and more. My favorite from the movie is Can't Get Enough. The choreography and transitions for that song are seamless, and all the characters look like they had a lot of fun on set filming. Honestly, the choreography for every performance was visually stunning and really captured the emotion and tone of the film. And I was surprised to see other stars like Jane Fonda, Keke Palmer, Sofia Vergara, and even Post Malone to be on the list. They played the zodiac signs who follow her on her journey and really bring the comedic relief that this vulnerable, emotional narrative needed. Now, I could go on about how the artwork and the set designs and everything is just beautiful, but you can judge it for yourself. It is out now for viewers to stream on Prime Video. Another big musical that came out in the month of February was plastered everywhere, you already know it, was Mean Girls. Yeah. This one I did see in theaters, and watching it alongside everyone else was a fun experience. You know, there were gasps from the audience that made me laugh. This whole cast is actually incredibly talented. Renee Rapp and all the girls have their moment to shine. And I will say though that Joquel Spivey, who plays Damien, took the spotlight. He was absolutely hilarious and did a great job with the new portrayal of his character. You know, they all delivered in this, but I will say, if you don't like musicals, this may not be your cup of tea. Even if you love the original Mean Girls, though, you will not be disappointed with the adaptation. Some parts were still unpredictable, and the choreography and sets in this stay true to the spirit of the film. Again, if you like to watch it for yourself and have your own opinion, I truly encourage you to do so. Along with entertainment, I haven't just been watching rom-coms. I've been reading too, and I'm going to shout out Agatha Christie and her murder mystery novels. This series is actually, or follows one character, Hercule Poirot, and he is a detective who goes out and solves crimes of murder and goes on all these adventures. It was a ride for sure. You didn't know which way the story was going. There's a lot of, interesting plot twists throughout, especially the ending. It is a, fast read, in my opinion. As soon as you get in, you kind of want to just get to the end and see who is the killer. I definitely found myself wanting to flip the page, keep going. So I recommend this book. It follows a big family reunion on Christmas Eve that eventually leads to one of them dying, and one of the killers is still in the house, and you have to find out who it is. I see there's a list on here of more than 30 that she has written, but I do believe you don't have to read it in any certain order. You can just jump right in and pick one and go from there. So for instance, this next book that I'm reading now, I have yet to finish, is Evil Under the Sun, which follows the detective to, I think, a resort destination. And so far no one's died, but I think I have a grasp on who it might be. Yeah, I'm loving these mystery novels so far and would recommend them to you as well. If you're like me and love to read but don't like the prices of the books that you see, just go to the library, pick yourself up a library card, and you'll be able to check out any book that they have for free. Another favorite this month, I have to say, is a guilty pleasure of mine. I really shouldn't be eating as many as I do, but they're just so good, and you know, they come around every year. It's Girl Scouts Thin Mints. These are my go-to. They're out again selling every year as they do. I don't know if you noticed, but they've also partnered with Native for a few scented, deodorants and body washes and all that. And I don't know how I feel about it. I have, given it a whiff in store to just see if it does, and it really does capture the smell of each and every product that they have. I didn't pick anything up. I wasn't going to, venture out too far with that, other than just giving it a browse. But if you have, gotten yourself your own Girl Scout scented Native products, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on those, because I'm curious. The last thing I'm going to talk about today is a huge favorite of mine, journals, which I have been referencing here for notes and stuff on like what I'm going to talk about today. And I actually have more than one. I have 3 so far of the Moleskin Journals. They come in handy more often than you think. I use this one for my timesheet at work and keep track of all my hours. As you can see, I've only used a little bit so far, but it does the job and keeps me organized. I use this one for sketching and doodles and things like that. Just some preliminary like artwork that I do, but I love this one in particular. It was for drawing because it helps with markers, and it has a thicker paper so it doesn't bleed through to the other side. I got this from Dick Blick versus these two I got from Target. So I will put the prices right here. As you can see, there's a little tad difference. I also, use this one for food journaling or writing songs or anything under the sun, really. Is like my catch-all journal. But yes, it's super cute and comes in a bunch of colors, and even has, this little bookmark already attached to each one of them. And yeah. All right, that sums it up for all of my favorite things that I've come across these last 2 months. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and comment down below if you have any questions about the products I talked about in this video. I promise the next video will be shorter. It'll only be for the month of March. And if you like this category or style of video, also give it a like and thumbs up this video. I appreciate you for watching to the end. This has been the monthly memo. See you next time.